Once you begin to calculate the scale factor for all of the architectural scales you'll be using, you then create what's called a scale factor chart. And as you can see, the columns at the top, the one on the left-hand side is the plot scale. The one next to that, to the right, is the scale factor. And then to the right of that, I have indicated plotted text height. For example, if I know I want my text to appear to be 1/8 of an inch in height, and if I know I want my text to appear 1/4 of an inch in height. So then, looking at a drawing that is created, rather printed at 1 foot equals 1 foot, we refer to that as full size. The scale factor for that is 1. Obviously, if you do the math, you can reduce this immediately to a ratio of 1:1. And then we can go on to the next scale, which is half full size, 6 inches equals a foot. The math on that reveals a scale factor of 2. And as you can see, I'm adding some information to my text height column, and I'm going to talk about that in just one moment. I'll go ahead and show you all of these scales. And yes, I do enjoy drawing by hand. I do enjoy still creating these charts by hand. But I also have done it using Excel, and you may want to do the same. And you may want to keep this scale factor chart handy and available when you begin drawing in AutoCAD, and especially when it comes time to put text and to put dimensions into your drawings. So then, with all this information shown here, what are we looking at? Let's take, for example, 1/2 inch equals a foot. I've indicated that if the drawing will be plotted at 1/2 inch equals a foot scale, and the text should print at an 1/8 inch height, then in AutoCAD it must be drawn at a 3-inch height. Basically, what we are talking about here is one of these scales, 1/2 inch equals a foot. The scale factor is 24. And we know that the text height must be 1/8 inch. This is for notes, this is for dimensions, things like that. So if it has to appear at an 1/8 inch, what I'm basically doing is taking that plotted text height, multiplying it by the scale factor of 24, which then equals 3 inches. So that when I begin to place my text, I know ahead of time what the scale is. I therefore know what height to make the text. To AutoCAD, text is just another entity, and it does not understand the scale factor chart. That's the information that we have to provide for it. So then, as you can see, as the scale decreases, you see here we began at full size and we get a little bit smaller. The scale factor increases, which means that your text height must also be made bigger and bigger. And that's because the drawing is getting smaller and you have to compensate for that change in scale factor.